It's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
And 1, 2, 3, and boom. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back, goddammit, to another edition of Tell Me a Joke, the guy on the Chase the Dream. I'm your host, Maniacal Menace Kyle Smith. Say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. Oh, and today, finally, we got together. She's here. The wordmatician herself.
Hey,
put your hands together. Bing, bing, bing. We got claps. Hello. There it is.
I'm here for this. I'm totally here
Get it
for
in there.
Yeah.
There we go. Bang. There we go. There we go.
Thank y'all.
There we go. Oh, nice. Good to see you.
Likewise.
It is. It has been a fancy little Sunday that I've had. Just driving in, you know,
6
and
hours.
yeah. Good old road traveling. It has been nice. Like I'm very curious on your path to what you do with everything really. I just found out your true your actual day job, but I want to know, like, how long have you been doing poetry for?
Oh man. So I learned how to read with all of the Dr. Seuss books when I was 3. By the time I had them memorized, my mother became a little creative, and she would let me play spades with her and my grandmother. And if I won a hand, I won the opportunity to read out of a Dorothy Parker poem book.
Oh.
Now, Dorothy Parker was this little old woman who was very audacious in the 40s, talking about freedom of women's rights and, you know, sexuality and sex, period, and suicide, and topics that many steer from because of where we are today.
Whoa.
So I started with audacity when I was about 3 or 4.
What?
My first book was published at 5. I was in the Young Authors Conference in Alabama.
Oh, snap.
In Birmingham. And I want to say I kind of left it alone. I did not do essays in school. I wrote poems.
Yeah.
I had a teacher in 9th grade tell me my question was stupid, and I advocated for myself to the point that I elected to go to ISS during her class every day. And I ended up
What is
taking
ISS?
in-school suspension.
Oh,
I'd rather sit in the class.
Yeah.
I'd rather sit in the classroom with students who didn't do their work, so I wouldn't have to be in her class.
Yeah.
And so I finished
Taking a
English in
stand.
summer school. Absolutely.
Come on.
And I think my first time doing a poem in a setting was in college.
Yeah.
So I attended Texas Southern University, and I met Mama Neff my freshman year, first day of school. She was the librarian. She looked just like me, so my mom just passed me over to her, and she said, "Take care of my poo." And Mama Neff was just dope as fuck. She had a poetry show called Poetry and Politics.
Okay.
Students from Prairie View would come after 5, you know, and sneak up in the fifth level of the library and drop bars.
Yeah.
I mean, just incredible wordsmiths. And so my introduction to spoken word was at Texas Southern. And then Mama Neff retired, took her retirement savings and invested in the Secret Word Cafe. And so the Secret Word Cafe was an establishment right on Dowling Street that's now known as Emancipation.
Yeah.
And she had a coffee and smoothie shop, and we came every day of the week. And I mean, I ain't lying. I got hit by a drunk driver.
Oh, shit.
And I ended up having to take a cab while I was waiting to get a new car. I was riding in a cab probably $40 one way every single day just to get to that coffee shop, because all the greats were in the city hosting, showing up, you know, doing productions. It was just everyday stimulation. It was incredible. And I had a bout of grief, which I told you earlier. I do a lot of work when it comes to grief or end of life care.
Yeah.
And I had my first experience with grief outside of family at 24. My best friend passed away from complications that weren't detected because they don't listen to women, let alone, you know. and so that was enough of a push to propel me to take another stance. And so I started speaking up a little more, and I ended up going through this bout of attending more shows. Like I would love going to Shadow Bar and like listening to the poets blow my mind. But I never shared my work outside of TSU.
Wow.
And then after my best friend passed away, I was sitting on Blodgett listening to Miriam Radler serenade us with her songbird skills. And then her big brother Noah gets up here and he's sharing this testimony, as I call it, about walking 1,800 some odd miles to show support for homelessness outreach.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, dang, man, what'd you see? How'd you run from coyotes? And I was like, how did your body transition back to normalcy when you came back home, And it was so fascinating that he shared that, it took him 6 months to be able to sleep inside with the doors closed because he'd gotten so accustomed to being outdoors. And so that was about the 30th of November. Yes. The 6 month walk. He walked about 20 miles a day. He trained his body and prepared. Like, he's dope. Miriam Radler, if you don't know her, her whole family, they're from Houston. Incredible people. Amazing artists. Hearts of service. Like, I love this city.
Yeah.
I do. But that was the first time I started speaking up. And I left so inspired by Noah's story and just Miriam's impact. That Sunday, that weekend, I had already met Seven, but like I met him in his spirit that Sunday. And we were both members of the same church, and he was doing this poem about a classmate who was very disrespectful towards somebody who was unhoused. And one of their college professors told them, it's your job to give, and what they do with it is between them and him. And I have carried that with me the last 16 years. So I started going back to open mics, and I was like, well, I'm going to, make a difference and raise awareness. And what better place to go than the open mic where everybody's there receptive and ready to listen to something, And so I started going, talking about how God gave me this vision. I'd literally gone to bed and told him, don't wake me up tomorrow without purpose. And I woke up purpose to provide hygiene items and restore dignity to families that have been affected by poverty and disaster. And I've been doing that ever since. And so while I have my daytime gigs that allow me to sustain and support, I have my heart of service that I have continued to do in the spaces I've been allotted. So I've been serving toiletries to families for 16 years. And as a poet, I've been able to connect with more people, get more support, because I've not been able to afford to send 65,000 families what they needed in 9 countries or 37 states. That's been a community thing. That's been because of, the show host that would allow me to have a toiletry drive, or my church family who would do the same, and just showing us how we can show up and serve others collectively.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would say service, and my mama got me into poetry.
That's amazing. Wow. Like, to say that from the beginning to where you are now and to what you do, which amazes the hell out of me.
Now that means a lot, man.
Yeah, I like to see. You're the first person I've ever I've seen people get up there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just go freestyle something, but most of the time you don't even say it, you just get up there and do it, and it's like, is she freestyling poetry right now? Like, in my head, at one point, I couldn't fathom how a poetry cipher would go, let alone.
I miss Cypher House with Khalid. Let me tell you, that was my stomping ground. Khalid gave me my first feature, December 17, 2010. That's the night I met Baritone. I met Craig Ani. I met Cayenne Nebula. Just the most incredible souls, and like literally the list would be so hot. Yeah. And so he'd have a cipher at the end so everybody could speak up, and like it was like sometimes 20 of us on stage going. And I'd get mad sometimes because I'm like, y'all are just dropping bars from your own written pieces. You know, cipher is supposed to be a subconscious explosion. We're supposed to just go from here. But I just continued going from here. Yeah. And it's just been,
that's
been going
so
from
dope.
here.
Yeah, the thing I like about, especially about this poetry community, just the whole fact that everybody comes together and everybody just loves on one another, and that is so amazing.
It's the safest place in Texas.
Oh my God! I just came back from New Orleans, and usually every time, especially because Juan's down there now, so Juan they did a show down there, and I got to start it all off. Fucking John, I was the first person up and everything, but usually after the show, like right there in the alley, it's just such a dope moment. They have their own little cipher, and everybody that was there just hop in, hop out whenever, and just people come and just stand and watch. Like the city of New Orleans, like basically what births most things in New Orleans is that street corner hustle mentality of like, boom, look at us, look at our craft, look at our art, and it's just so beautiful to see and to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness,
Absolutely.
you know, it's not. It's one thing to watch, especially somebody like you, to do what you do.
Thank you.
But it's also amazing that I'm like, oh, I'm in the mix between all this.
Listen.
Oh,
Because you a motherfucker for real. King of the bars. Absolutely.
Thank you.
My
Yeah.
first experience with you was at a We Go Live. I think you were
Okay.
at Mayhem for Scott Free's birthday some years ago, probably like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know who the hell this man is, but God bless him, because my goodness, you had like I literally breathe deep when I listen to y'all speak, because I know otherwise I'd miss it.
Yeah.
But you are a breath snatcher.
Oh.
It is phenomenal.
Oh, that's a fun one to think about.
It's
That's
phenomenal.
I like that.
Yeah.
I thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that means a lot coming from you, because it's one thing for people like just to hear like, oh man, it's nice. He's got like a little rhythmic pattern to him and all that, you know. But it's even more beautiful when somebody is like, yo, I heard what you said, and I was
Listen.
like, yo, oh, okay, because it's more than just bars, but I'm also, you know, we're also painting a picture
Yes.
with the words that we use.
Come on.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
just where did the name Wordmatician come from?
God. My first name was Lyrical Les, and I only did like after I was like doing poetry shows in college. Then I started doing erotica with Tamar Wrights and other women like QP, who had an erotica show on
Yes.
a weekly basis in Houston. And, you know, I would just, you know, I think sexual wellness is something that people should normalize for those who are of the consenting age. And I think that there are ways that we can articulate it in a way that is palpable, but also, you know,
Yeah.
inviting. Like, you deserve to come.
Yeah.
And we can do it safely.
Oh,
and so,
I love
mean, from passion parties to presenting people ways to produce and present themselves
Right.
effectively, poetry helps you do that, right? But I think the aspect of how creativity has been sparked in the city and how we've connected with other people, it's been amazing. But it started with sex. I mean, I got here because two people had sex,
Yes.
and I think it's necessary. But then we have such a systemic issue going on in our city that is not being addressed on stages. And I see it in organizations that like will bring a poet in to talk about a topic creatively,
Yeah.
but not openly.
Right.
There's a few places that are more open and unapologetic, like the Truth Project, Heart and Soul.
Okay.
Places I think every poet should experience just from the seat, so they can experience people unapologetically be.
Yeah.
Like Houston's got the greatest.
Yeah, everybody comes down here and is like, I love the scene that Houston is presenting, especially when it comes to poetry. And in my mind, I'm always looking for what is the why and the purpose of my poetry. Just, you know, because I'm like, I want to be able to sustain from this, but also give a purpose and a why to why it is and why I do what I do.
I want to answer your question. I just
Okay.
realized I didn't. So my first name was Lyrical Les. But after I met Noah, which was Miriam Radler's brother, I was so inspired, and I was just like, you know, God, what do I call myself? Because I'm not trying. Like I'm not putting forth the effort to take a lesson, take a message, and put it in a piece and divine the algorithm to make it present well. I wasn't doing what I was seeing, but I was still doing something powerful.
Yes.
God gave me that. The wordmatician. I take letters pieced together and paint images with my lips and tongues tipped, right?
Yo.
But the wordsmiths in the city, and the way that poets, spoken word artists, I honor them because I appreciate them being scribes. They take time to pen shit
Yes.
and then perfect it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's a very beautiful way of painting that.
Yeah.
Like
Thank
I've
you.
always tried to think of it as like, you know, besides just mixing words together, what is it that we're giving to the people that keeps people coming, that's making the community grow? Because all I see is just a boom that's happening. I'm like, whoa, like people are really into poetry. Like
We're
when
literally satiating the appetite of a sapiosexual, right?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know, individuals who are not being satisfied go to an open mic. there's going to be someone there, even if it's just one. Stay for the entire experience. There's somebody in that production, not to be misunderstood, mistaken, or misconstrued, but just to be experienced. And then we're offering opportunities for healing. I think a lot of times I advocate for, when you go to therapy or when you have your therapy session or whatever is therapeutic for you, brevity is going to be your friend, because nobody is going to be as effective if you're taking the entire hour repeating yourself.
Yeah.
But when you allow yourself to experience what we can do in 3 minutes, even for those who slam 3 minutes and 10 seconds,
right?
Being able to really hit the point, then it allows you to have time to get the necessary resources and tips you need to proceed. And so we're giving them navigational tools. And we're also giving them language for their feelings. A lot of times I see people so moved by the poetry that they're moved to emote. Some people get up and leave. They can't handle such vulnerability. But then you've got some spaces that have been curated so well. We sit and we weep and we continue to breathe and we move forward and we get through those breakthroughs that years of therapy have yet to.
Yeah.
So I think there's layers to what we're providing.
How do you deal with the vulnerability?
Unapologetically. I think my first time crying on stage was at a Heart and Soul. Now, Heart and Soul is about a 17-and-a-half-year-old production that was produced by a gentleman who lives here. He's from the East Coast. His name is Kevin Anderson, and he's the founder of the Truth Project, which is an organization I absolutely admire, not just for the work they do, but the impact they make.
Yeah. And
with Heart and Soul, it was always a place where the arts merged, and it was overstimulating, but in a way that felt good, because visually you're seeing people dance, move their bodies, move their arms and their legs in a cohesive manner to carry out the flow of the music, right?
Yeah.
Live painting, which is so stimulating and just inspiring in itself to see individuals who corporate America has snatched their time, but they still find moments to exhale on canvas. And then you've got instrumentalists and individuals who will come and use their mouth as an instrument and just express and exude every bit of what Black and creative and just powerful come together and do, right? Like it's an explosion.
Yeah.
It's an experience you have to experience. But I have honed my gifts at Heart and Soul. That's been one mic that I've never not been to unless I was scheduled to serve somewhere else.
Yeah.
But definitely the open mics in Houston from every day, Free K to Black Snow to Seven and Bar None, like every single open mic in the city, on top of the Manifesto with Chris Smith and places like Natsuo's and just the imprint with the First Fridays reading series. There's such a scale and such a spectrum of where we can put our creativity. Yeah. And I would say that every bit of it has allowed me to be more unapologetic. Now, some people, I guess, are like, how's she do that? I am being myself. Like me going to that mic is my exhale. And it just so happens,
like that.
My God allows me to hit a few layers. And so I might remind you that you're in the room and I can see you, because some of y'all seem like you're just in the back. Not always included in the space, but I can wrap it up, pull you in and allow you to feel that engagement. Yeah. And so I personally feel that community engagement has been lacking across the board, and through poetry and through art where we all connect, it's a lot easier to do that. And so that is what I'm doing. Yeah. I just do it kind of cool.
Definitely. Right. Hell yeah. There was one thing that stood out that you were saying, that corporate America has stealing our time from us. And I'm like, you gotta call your job your client, baby. It's a whole different experience when you change the trajectory of your language. Being impeccable with your words does not just mean say what you mean and mean what you say. It means create the way that you want to experience this. I like that.
And so corporate America definitely has snatched the time of those whose minds are confined to work all day and not get paid what the value of the work is, because if you weren't working, they wouldn't be productive.
No.
Right? There's no value in that.
You can't buy the new rims on your truck that you need. You can't go on that fishing trip if I ain't fucking build this building.
If you look at your 9 to 5 as a needy client, you manage your time differently, and it's not. And I had to learn that. I had to learn to stop waking up 45 minutes before I had to be somewhere and give my time back to me. Yeah. And reorganize my priorities. For me, I'm a woman of faith, and so it goes God, Tiffany, them. and everything falls in place. And I feel like because I have a heart of service, I don't get drained. The work that I'm doing, the labor of love that I have, exonerated any aspects of regret or resentment. Right, like there is no, oh, I should have done something else with my time. No, I'm serving
This is a
in such a
learning lesson
needed.
for me.
Absolutely, well, amen.
Yeah. There's things that I need to hear. Usually when it comes on here, it's like, oh, nigga, I
Drop
want
that
that.
coin,
I
yeah.
want that person to come back. Message, you know, like, bing. Oh, that's what's for me.
I'm here
Make
for
sure
it.
I write that down.
Yeah.
It is very helpful because it is definitely things that I need to hear, especially as I go on through life, and I just wonder, like, because I'm so curious. I always have questions.
You ought be.
Yeah, and I'm like, where do I know where I'm going, and I know what I'm supposed to do now. But it, for the longest time, that was just a question that really poked at my mind. I was just like, what is this purpose, and why am I excelling at this right here, but I can't do this full time yet? Yeah, it's just so many questions that I was having, and I'm like, I'm starting to get those answers, and it's spewing out from people that I talk to.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You know, a lot. Absolutely. You know, a lot of people do say that the mind does not calculate negation. So it's not that you can't do it full time. It's that you don't trust to do it full time. See the chills on my arm?
Oh, what you? Oh, yo, because you're telling me things that I'm supposed to be hearing right now.
But in all honesty, you got to think about this.
Oh, shit.
Your podcast, your production, your art,
Yeah.
it's not an 8 to 9 hour a day job.
No.
So when you do recalculate how you spend your time, you're going to have time to get up and meditate. You're going to have time to get up and do your self-care. You're going to have time to get up and reflect. You're going to have time to get up and plan. And once all those things are in order and your nervous system is too, then you can exhale and create. Otherwise, you're stimulated by what the timeline and the scroll and what they have the audacity to do and continue to say and try us with. And then our topics are continuing to be responses as opposed to being proactive and preventative. Right. So, trust you. Trust you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have been on a kick of trusting myself more.
Yes.
Because it is a scary feat. It's a scary endeavor.
I think the most frightening is if you don't do it.
Yeah, because of the what ifs that come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the curiosity and the questions are necessary because you've come and you carry with you so much lineage of truth. So many shoulders upon your feet, literally. Like you stand on shoulders of, as the True Project says, we rest on the shoulders of giants. People who had their own lived experience, had the audacity to come up and say something and change the trajectory of our experience, unaware that we would experience any of this or the revocation of what they built. What do we do now with these devices? How do we speak life to the soul who will hear this later and remind them that you too deserve to enjoy your experience? Breathe. Breathe, because that is the way of life. And if that nothing else matters if you're not.
We're preaching a sermon today.
Just a little bit.
As they let out of church.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Oh, that's so beautiful. Like it is, I never know where, you never know where the conversation's always going to go. People always wonder, what do you talk about? I'm like,
trust the process.
Yeah, right. There's a reason that this continues, and it just continues to grow, and then why people keep, because I always ask myself, I don't want to be a doubter, but I always continue to ask myself, I'm like, why people keep coming here? And like, what am I doing that's attracting these people to come? It's a slow build, but like it's still a trickle up, and I'm like, I'm doing it, right?
So I think my first album I recorded after Harvey wiped me out, took out every piece of paper, napkin, and thing I'd written on, okay? All my writings were gone. And so I went to the studio. Rest in peace, Jason Williams from Oracle Studios in Second Ward. I was able to document whatever came in those moments.
Yeah.
And so I spent about 6 to 8 hours in his studio. My first track, I think it's necessary to be authentic. what point is there to stand in front of crowds of people allowing them to see you if you don't allow them to see you unapologetically, right? And so why they keep coming to you is because you are being unapologetic, being authentic, and providing a space for people to do more than just drop a poem about their feelings. Like we're educating, right? We're educating, we're healing, we are eradicating untruths and ripping band-aids off scars that need to heal. And you're allowing us that platform. So we need you. So the artists are going to come because you are letting us be ourselves. And also the audience is going to continue subscribing and investing and sharing because they understand this word is for you. And also it needs to be heard.
Definitely.
Right?
Hope y'all listening.
Yeah, come on.
That's lovely. Like, I go home with so much to just feed on after these moments. It just, especially the energy transfer between the people that I talk to. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Like my whole weekend has been very serendipitous.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I have been spoiled all weekend. Please.
And you know what's so crazy? That we're back on the same spot 6 years ago where you sat last time.
Yeah.
And it's usually I sit over there, but I couldn't today because people were sitting there. And I'm like, motherfucker, look at this. It feels
so
look
good.
at this. And it's like when you zig when you should have zagged, this happens. Like I ran into somebody at a Tuesday show that on
at Rudyard's?
Yes, at Rudyard's. Amir was like, "Hey man, come on out, man. Come and help out with picking up and stuff." So I've been coming giving a hand. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go there, and I remember I park, and I'm like, all right, cool. This is gonna be good. I get there early and everything, just so I can go ahead and help out, set up and all that. And I'm like, oh man, let me go back to my truck real quick. And so I go back to my truck, walk back to the truck, and then I come back out. And as I get to the door, there's this big handsome white man that is just kind of like standing right there, and he's kind of looking. He just walks up as I walk up, and he looks at me. He's like, "Hey, what's your name?" I'm Kyle. He's like, "Dude, you the grandmother's dude?" I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He was like, "Dude, I came all the way from West Virginia just to see you." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude." What? He's like, "Yeah, man, I love you, man. This is so awesome. Are you going to be on the show tonight?" And I was like,
"Oh
yeah."
my God.
He was like, "Me too, man. Oh man, it's so amazing to see you." I'm like, "Yeah, this is crazy, yo. That thank you." He's like, "Yeah." He introduced himself and everything. We went in and we had a good time.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I went up I was like, "Hey, man," while he was in the show, I was like, "Hey, you want me to do grandmother's tonight?" He's like, "Oh my God, would you please?" I was like, "Yeah, that makes my night easier."
Listen, got a request.
Yo, West Virginia?
All the way to Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Because you big time. Bro, Scott Free puts people on. Like, I mean, y'all be on in your own regard.
Oh,
but Scott Free has continuously exploded my mind in accessing more beautiful souls.
Yeah.
And you are definitely one of them. Like, thank you, Free. I appreciate it. Let We Go Live. Shout out.
Thank you, Free. Thank you, We Go Live. Thank you, Free K. Thank you, Amir. Nigga, thank you, Wild Poetry.
Lady 380, B-Tap Speaks, all y'all.
Everybody.
Black Snow,
Oh,
Mama
my goodness.
Neff.
There's so
Chris
much.
Wise,
There's a whole list
Marie
that you-
Brown. I mean, like, listen, it's from A to Z. Houston's got the greatest. I ain't lying.
That is
I'm
true.
talking about from business acumen to creativity to. I never thought about it like that. I got one poet in my heart. Her name is Rain. You know Rain the poet?
Yeah, I do know Random.
Man, that woman. The first time she blew my mind, she did a slam piece about a seatbelt. And I mean, I ain't lying. The way she did it, you couldn't tell if she was the mother, the father, the relative, the loved one. Like, she just had so much conviction to protect this driver.
Yeah.
But her poem was about a seatbelt. I'm chilled thinking about it because just the perspective of bringing content and substance to conversations that have not been had.
Yeah.
And still people get out, you know, and they get in that car and they get behind that wheel. They shouldn't. I hope you stop.
The seatbelt.
But the seatbelt, you know,
Yeah.
like, I don't believe in writer's block. Now, I used to host a show.
I don't either.
I hosted a show called Writer's Block because I was like, what we going to do is write about the block. We not
Right.
talking about, I haven't written in 6 months. Baby, something wrong. That's like emotional constipation for real. Nobody
What are
has
you
time
doing?
for that.
Go live.
What you doing?
Go
Absolutely.
live a little bit. That's
Listen,
it. Just go live a little bit. You got so much. There's so much content that's outside.
so much
that
content
you
like
can
these
definitely talk
palm
about.
trees, you know, like the personification of a leaf. The personification of things that we literally overlook and don't realize how much life is in them and how much strength and endurance and resilience and reflection of our own experience.
Yes.
Because how we overcome things.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are plants.
The mycelium is growing.
Listen.
Yeah, to be able to connect the roots with everybody, and just to my mission today to like just kind of like round out the rest of this week is to hit up the Poetry Lounge because
That's tonight, y'all. Every Sunday, hit up there at 6 p.m. Have a nice experience where you can be among the greatest folk. Please be mindful though, if you're new to poetry in Houston, consent is essential. Don't just go up and grab somebody. Don't. Please stop doing that. Me personally, Tiffany Scales, the wordmatician, I love to embrace people because I know how to hug. I know how to breathe in before you touch me, and I know how to exhale over your shoulder. Because for one, whatever's going on, we don't need to exchange that. We need to just be safe. But don't just go around grabbing people, and please don't assume because you saw somebody do something dope on a stage that they're nice in person. Like, not everybody is personable, and not everybody is your friend. If you want to build community, though, if you want to be a part of something, then these open mics could definitely use a share of their posts, a repost of those performances. Don't just steal people's content and repeat it on somebody else's stage, because we do talk, we do see, and that's not cute. But most importantly, please go with the authenticity being expected, because your energy and your presence very well may change what someone says. Somebody might come thinking, I'm going to talk about my ex because they got me messed up. And in all honesty, why should they even be a poem? Let's talk about your progression. What do you do from here? You know?
Yes.
Absolutely. But we do have places you can go dump your feelings. Poetry Lounge, don't go with your phone. That's not the spot for that. They have production vibes and expectations are high. And people will definitely give you feedback from the audience. So go with the expectation of presenting your best. And at the same time, if you're wanting to prepare or to plan, there's open mics that are more relaxed. Wow. You know, like Chris Smith. Yes, Chris Smith with the Manifesto. You can go to Natsuo's. You can go to Imprint on First Fridays. But if you're looking for healing while you're doing the creativity, check out Heart and Soul. Hit up A Vibe Called Rest. I don't know if you've heard of that, but baby, let me tell you something. So A Vibe Called Rest is an annual experience that the True Project does, and there's local businesses that provide services, whether it's merchandise or actual care, from mental health support to body care like chiropractic work or massage therapy. But I think, in the experience that we're all having these days, you should know what's here. You should know who does what and how can your dollars circulate and maintain in our communities. And so definitely check out A Vibe Called Rest. That's coming up. June 20th, I'll be speaking at a block party with St. Peter United. It's an affirming church in Houston. And the message is we were all created in his image, And I feel like we should all be able to express and accept that we don't have to agree with every part that's been shared, but we all exist with a great deal of purpose, and we can do that collectively more effectively than we would by ourselves.
How do you find more opportunities to do things with your poetry?
I ask for them. So as far as things I've done with my poetry, right? Like, I've done stuff on stage and had features. I've had more features outside of Houston than I have in Houston. But as far as other things I've been able to do, I've been able to have a seminar at the Dental Convention of African American Dental Assistants in Kansas City last year. That's going to be in Virginia this year. I've been able to honor life. I've literally been able to use my gift to lay people to rest and prepare their families for the journey ahead as they grieve. I've been able to help people heal in the space of conflict resolution, because not everybody is good at arguing. Some people shut down. Some people are damaging and destructive, and some people have no idea how to get past that obstacle. And I've been a relationship coach for about 6 years now. I believe in love. Love is a religion I practice in real life. And I believe that if you want to, you can. And there's ways that can be implemented that, really do support There are some things that are not easy for anyone to overcome, but there are a lot of things that people will literally forgive. And there's a practice and certain measures that can be taken to open your capacity and enhance that. And so through my poetry, I've been able to serve and create. And also I look forward to helping maximize how we present, because the Super Bowl commercials have been trashed for a while. And I do have a goal, y'all.
I go to the Super Bowl just for the commercials.
Listen, I
and I'm
want
like,
to be
please
on the
give me some good
commercial.
shit.
Like I just really want to be on the commercial where, you know, I don't know, I'm driving my Mazda, so you see my plates that say wordmatician on them, and then I'm just driving art forward, so y'all know what podcast to go on to hear the good shit, the real content, what stage to see, so you can experience what happens. But ultimately, for me, it's the art of production. It's the individuals who come and put the chairs out, and literally with their hands and their intentions, in some degree, they are blessing that experience for each person.
Yeah.
And every single time, like, I don't care what Wednesday it is, if I go to Right About Now, I know I'm going to experience something prolific. And that's from the DJ, that's from the camera people, that's from the host, that's from the bartender, that's from every individual in the seat. Like, it's always an incredible experience. Same goes for Tribe in the Trade. Same goes for We Go Live. Same goes for Poetry or Die. Like, I mean, every single time.
I would just like to point out how beautiful that place is, Tribe and Trade. Oh my goodness.
I had a great time. I had such a great time. Thank you, all of you. R.S. Keon,
that.
Lachelle the Shooter, Ebony Stewart. Thank you so much for being so incredible. So incredible and so nurturing.
Just the vibe. I was like, what? This is around, like, these, like, places like that
exist. Thank you, Kindred Spirits. Like, Kindred Books has every single black artist that has published the book is on their shelf. And if you've not put your book on their shelf, that's on you, boo. Like, it's right there in the middle of Third Ward. And another thing that you do, Kyle, that I wanted to acknowledge. So my nonprofit, I have two, right? Like, I think I'm like breaking a world record having founded two nonprofits that have sustained. But one of them is called Arts Advocate Inc. And I started that with a late poet. Her name was To Die For. She was a dear friend, beloved on stage, whether, you know, painting or acting or doing poetry. She was a strong woman of faith. And we started the Arts Advocate because they were taking art from the curriculum in schools in Houston. And I'm like, oh no, there's no way in hell that we can expect our babies to get through life without art.
Right.
And so we started having open mic for kids. And that's been my most successful experience with what I've done with poetry. Giving a child a microphone. And letting them know, on this stage, at this moment, baby, say what you need to. And it has changed how their family sees them, how their overseers see them, how their caretakers see them, and how they see themselves, because this is a tool. This is amplifying a message, and I don't have to be loose with my tongue. I don't have to talk about the things that aren't going to be fruitful. I can speak life and amplify life and educate life and change life. Like, that's an empowering experience. I got to do this with students at Drew Academy and in Acres Homes and schools in, like, Aldine Middle School, Sugarland Middle School, and, like, literally giving children access. Because, I mean, adults need the poetry because they need to be able to express themselves. Children need the poetry because they need to know how to navigate life.
Right.
You know?
I did a summer camp, a comedy summer camp for kids. And to teach kids that, especially ones where you see so much potential, and it's just like, oh wow, like, you have this potential at this age right now. Just imagine what you can be like when you become my age. And so
if we could pour into you,
just to
hone your craft,
just
man.
show them, like, the path and what it takes to get to where, you know, you need to be and where you want to be, so you can you know, be successful from just that dream that you chase. Absolutely. That's exactly why I do this. Like, just for the fact, I just want to show people that, you know, this is what it takes to go ahead and be successful from a dream. You know, money's not always everything. You know,
I think people limit themselves when they say, "Oh, I can't wait till I get that $1 million." Baby, when I tell you I got $1 million access, I have trust. I crave trust more than people crave attention, and the acquisition is sacred to me. Like
Trust.
I'm grateful for the trust of being this close to you,
Yes.
having access to your platform, having access
Yeah.
to what would be done today. I thank
Yeah.
you for that trust.
Well, definitely.
The trust of anyone who spends their time getting ready to look presentable to go and sit in the audience and be our chorus. Allow us to give you energy and you give it back to us, like individually, collectively. Just the creation in itself is amazing. But I really appreciate what you've done, because the anthem for the arts advocate is long live the arts, and that's what you do. You breathe life into art. You allow voices to live forever. And though we're not all going to be here when all this is being replayed, we're going to be here when it's replayed.
That's
like,
one of
thank
the deep
you for
things I
that.
think
Man,
about.
it's so massive.
Yeah, like we're here forever now. Like
Yeah.
this is like you can't help but to see us now. And then like there's a lot of repeat customers that come through this, and like this is in the cloud, in the ether, in the air. Like these are conversations that I had. People can grasp these whenever they want and replay them and go back to them. And so I'm like, oh, I do feel the service that I am doing, and it does feel very exciting that it is growing in a way. But I do get the only thing that gets me nervous about it is because it is getting big, and am I prepared for that? Yeah. Which is, I don't need to ask myself, because I know I'm gonna be prepared for anything that I get thrown at. But
You ask questions and I hear answers.
mm,
And in your question is the answer. I am prepared, not am I. More questions allow us to go into that fallacy of we don't know and here comes uncertainty. But you knew the drive that you had when you purchased these.
yeah,
There's purpose.
yeah,
So as you grow, it will expand. And as it expands, you will maintain all the order that's required, because your self-care, your mental health, your peace, your quiet, your rest is necessary. Because some shit's going to be so dope, you going to watch it play itself.
Oh, that's a thing to be
You
told.
say you've been doing this for 5 years?
6 now.
6 years now.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary. 6 years of content every Sunday?
Every Tuesday.
You air on Tuesdays.
I drop it every Tuesday.
Okay, so that sounds to me like you could take 1 minute from every clip and have a replay
Yeah.
and never have to create again. So
Oh, yeah,
even
shit,
if
that is
you
true.
changed your mind of how you wanted to move, like, because the way to scale it, right, is how do I make more without my body not having to do it? And this hour,
Yeah.
we've got about 5,000 things we can do.
Yeah.
Like take a 10-second clip without the audio and
Right.
play a piece of somebody else's work. Now we're letting art live through that.
Ooh.
So yes, you're prepared.
Yeah.
And the world is your oyster. And it's so beautiful because you are the sea. And I truly appreciate you, Kyle. I do. Y'all,
you.
this man is amazing. I feel like I'm like fangirling over here because the way he puts so much of him into his art. You respect it because he's so authentic. And I do believe it's necessary to be authentic. I know it'd be cute, if I could be like the poets who are just mind-blowingly talented and amazing and can just fuck it up. I mean, my God, Houston. Not every poet in Houston is from Houston. I'm from Alabama, but I've been here 30 years. See, we not from here, but we are here. And even in the media, like people are moving here. Baby, this is your place to be, okay? Houston, Texas, I don't care what day of the week, there is somewhere you can speak or hear someone else say something of substance.
Definitely.
There are, spaces like the Rotary Club. I'm a member of the Herman Park Rotary Club. There are chambers of commerce, whether LGBT, African American, or anything in between. Like, find your intersection and show up. Don't just move to this city and take up space on our freeways because y'all making traffic difficult, okay?
Yeah, for real.
But when you
Roads are already
come
difficult.
somewhere and you're bringing your resources and you want to make a real investment, it's not just the real estate, it's the digital space.
Yeah.
Like go ahead and stake your claim, because I feel like if you a new business,
Digital
they
space.
need to invest in having some ads with you. This production brought to you by such and such. That way it's not so much
Definitely.
you worrying about how you can stop doing the full-time gig so you can do this full-time, but more so how do we maintain our own support? Because I'm pretty sure there are 100 people who have been paying social media $1,000 and a quarter to do something that they're not seeing. Well, what you could do is pay
For real.
$1,000 to Kyle and watch him do something productive, and also see the return on your investment. And that's where we need to redirect, because the anger of the, am I ready? Am I prepared for this growth? Am I ready for what's about to expand? Well, Gemini said expansion, 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 expansion. Like, we are all growing and becoming. And at the same time, anybody who has yet to learn to be, check out Juanita Rasmus' book, Learning to Be. There are books already written. There are spaces that have already been created, but definitely make the investment, because these are only possible because of the investments people are making out of their own pocket. And I appreciate that, right? But like, this ain't cheap.
It's a fun investment.
These are some great headphones. It's a really nice mic.
Yeah.
I see what you've invested in.
It's an upgrade. It is an upgrade from where I started.
Listen,
oh my
man,
goodness.
there are ways that we can do more, and that you don't have to do everything by yourself. And I believe in my heart that the preparation is, who do you trust to grow with you?
Yes, that's it right there.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's always what it's just like, you can't trust, because you can't trust everybody.
No, you can't.
You can't trust everybody. You got to watch you try to siphon that
some,
energy from you.
Some people are really in it for themselves, because they have a goal and they have a focus. And it's not that their goal or their focus is not purposeful. It's just, it's not inclusive. But I live in a community where inclusivity is necessary, and I'm about tired of not seeing it. So if you want to be supportive and not just watch, right? Like, how can you expand what you do for this podcast? The plays are cute, but the shares are helpful. And also connect with the artists that you've seen and let them know, hey, keep going, keep speaking, because the silence makes people question the value of what they've done.
Yeah.
I myself have been told I'm someone's favorite, but I don't see them when I speak. That does not mean that they don't care, and it does not mean that they're not supporting. It just means that I'm talking when they're not listening. That's why we use these things.
Yeah.
Document. Like, these tools are definitely. Investments.
Yes.
But, you do your taxes, get you a Schedule C, you expense all this stuff, because your money will make money for you.
See, that's why you meet other people right here in your network, just because of like things like this. Like, I didn't know that, and that's things that I needed to know.
We're going to talk about it, because legitimizing everything and making sure we hit every single box, right? Every I is dotted, every T is crossed. Because a lot of times people are waiting to afford to invest in themselves, and that's not the only way to do this. Get on the corner and start presenting yourself. Like, FIFA is coming to Houston. Catch me outside, because I'm going to let you know.
FIFA's so big.
Yeah. And so is Houston.
Coming to Houston. Yeah.
So is Houston. June, do you know what's going on this month?
No.
Baby, let me tell you. So I'm super excited. Do you know the artist Duran Duran?
Yeah.
He's so amazing. Duran Bernard is going to be the feature with Black Like That Music Festival with the Normal Anomaly. They're partnering with Pride Houston. It's Pride. Like, tomorrow's the first day of Pride. The Pride Parade is on Saturday. There's so much going on in community. And so allies are always welcome to come out and celebrate. But also, I think it's like the domino effect. Well, if we can come outside and be ourselves, then you should too, no matter what you do. Now, if you do things that are illegal, I'm gonna need you to stay at home, because nobody wants to see that, right? But things that are reputable and respectful, like being yourself and being human. June 20th, St. Peter United, one of the oldest churches in Houston, who is affirming, they will be having a block party. Crawfish boil, barbecue, everything's outside, just community driven. There are vendor opportunities, so if you want to like record live or do things, you can come outside. Poetry is popping this month. There's a Juneteenth show at the Houston Improv with Soul Poetry. Black Snow, the godfather of Houston poetry, is going to be on that stage amongst so many greats. And there's just so many opportunities that you have to experience a venue, see great service, experience quality, and also change your experience. Like, if you're recently removed from a job, recently removed from a relationship, recently removed from a situation that had you, time struck, now's the time to come outside, and there are things that you can do. If you're coming to visit Houston, I'm telling you, art's gonna sell it, like, for real.
Yeah.
Art will sell it.
Art is really big down here. Like, just to be a part of all of it.
Absolutely.
It is very exciting to see where things are going. And I'm open and willing for, all participants to be like, what you trying to do? You want help? Hey, I'm here, So I'm not sure what the future holds, but I know I'm headed in the right direction.
Oh, absolutely.
Basically.
You got up. You put your shoes on. You had intentions today, man.
Yes.
I do want to let you know that with this being the last day of May, it's still Men's Mental Health Awareness, and I feel that mental health awareness is something that we should be considering every day. But for the space that you hold and work that you do, I thank you, because you are completely inspiring to people and to people who live and look like you, but to people, which makes it like, this oceanic experience. Like there's not just one group.
Yeah.
Your target market is people.
Yes.
And I love that. I love that. I appreciate that. And I appreciate how welcoming you are. And I feel so comfortable.
See,
like this was amazing.
See it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. All right. Well, before we get out of here, I like to play a game with new people on here, just to go ahead and break up the monotony of everything. And so it's a game of choices.
Okay.
All right. So you got 4 choices and 4 options. All right. So basically, you got your choices are: you got to be one, you got to raise one, you got to sell one, and then you got to have relations with the other one. And your options are a mermaid, a mogwai, a Mexican, and a manatee. Be one, raise one, sell one, relations with the other. Mermaid, mogwai, Mexican, manatee.
Well, I'm going to say have a relationship with a Mexican because I know I'm going to eat well. I love Mexican food. I don't know how to make mole, but it is one of my favorites to put on enchiladas. And so I'm like, if we have a relationship, I know we're going to be just fine. So yes, as far as
everybody's narrative when it comes to this.
Now, you said mugwort?
Mogwai.
What's
Mogwai.
that?
I remember Gizmo from Gremlins. Remember the movie Gremlins?
Which one was he? Was he the mean one?
No. He was the cute, adorable one. I mean, they get mean after, but...
When you give them water after midnight?
Yeah, if you feed them after midnight, if you get them wet, they multiply. If you feed them after midnight, they turn into gremlins. So this is... that's Gizmo.
I remember him.
Yeah.
And what are my choices?
So you go relationship. So you got to be one, raise one, and then sell one.
I'd raise a gizmo.
You'd raise it? Okay.
Yeah, I would, like a little pet.
Yeah, all right.
I would follow the rules though, cause
there you go. All right.
Yeah, I'd follow the rules. All of them. Okay, my last 2.
You raise the so you got to be one and you got to sell one of them. So you got mogwai. I mean, you got manatee and a Mexican. I mean, manatee and a mermaid. There you go. You got to be one of them to sell.
So I'm gonna be a mermaid because I'm a Pisces and I love water, and I think it'd be kind of cool to experience that. I don't think I'd want to sell a manatee, but that's all I have left. So I'm out of choices, y'all.
Definitely could sell.
I couldn't sell Gizmo. I couldn't sell a Mexican. Like that's just ugly. I want that relationship.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. No,
yeah,
you took the safe route. You definitely, we don't need this. And also,
I'll sell a manatee subscription. How about that?
You rescued from a park in a
natural
good
habitat.
Yes, in a good habitat, bought it back from you.
Yeah,
good selling.
Okay,
yeah.
Authentic
We
and
saving the
integral.
habitat.
Thanks for saving. Thanks for saving.
Environmentalists, Yeah, we out here. Oh, this has been. It's always a good time whenever Man, so thank you for coming on. Before we go, let everybody know where they can follow you at and everything
I got going on.
Yes.
Well, it's hurricane season, so I'm currently raising money for toiletries for families who are affected by poverty and disaster. And given the circumstances that are faced with a lot of individuals I've come across, I know that it's been disastrous for a minute now. And so if you would like to support, you don't have to send the money to my organization. You can contribute to your own neighborhood. But going to places where you have memberships, like investing in the bulk packs of toilet paper and paper towels, and then just put them on the doorsteps of your neighbors, this is definitely a time to share. Like sharecropping is not just from TV. It is definitely a time to share. Please support CC Brooks, who is in acres homes and all over the city doing hydroponic education, teaching people how to expand in small spaces and grow.
Good at that as well.
Yeah, I think it's so necessary and the sharing, because why grow all this plant food and not be able to eat it? We can definitely see how seeds can bloom and help us grow.
I grew it in my closet.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's necessary. The produce at the grocery stores is frightening. These food scarcities and the food deserts in certain areas of the city, as well as in other cities that, we become aware of, so we care about them. It's not just here. It's too many places. So I'll be outside in those areas wanting to serve and help. And if I can help others, then let me know. But the Arts Advocate, I'm continually advocating for that. I'll be doing something in October for Arts and Humanities Awareness to fundraise for both organizations and also continue to serve. June 20th, I'll be at St. Peter United at 4 p.m. I would love to see you there because I feel like it's time to praise outside and to praise with pride and to be unapologetic about who we believe can see us through what we go through. And while we have different walks, we don't have to believe in the same God. I just know that there is a higher being that I trust is keeping me in this state of peace, because nothing else could be explained of how I have it.
Yeah.
Right. And if you want to see me, then tell your favorite poetry spot to bring me in. Otherwise, I'll be online, because virtual is the way to be for these days.
Boom. Come on. Well, y'all know what this has been. This has been Tell Me Joe, the guy out there chasing the dream. I've been your host of 9 Minutes, Kyle Smith. Say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. And until next time, keep dreaming, jokers. Woohoo!